basically 2 weeks to make $4,500.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember I got my refund check. It was like $7,000, and I literally lost $7,000 in one shot. For 6 months, I didn't go out, I didn't do nothing but do the car thing, and I was able to save $78,000.
So today, guys, we're gonna go ahead and meet this 25-year-old that's making over $25,000 a month from buying and selling cars, and he's gonna show us exactly how he does it. All right, guys, so we have my boy Stacks here, currently looking for a car at the auction.
So right now I'm looking at, it's coming up right now, it's a 2016 Jeep Compass. It's saying the MMR, which is how much the car should go for at the auction, is gonna be $850. I went yesterday to go check it out, and the CR is like the score of the car. How good the car is a 3.5. Normally you see cars around like 1.9, 2, and those cars are still solid. So this is a 3.4 going for $850. I don't know what the is going on, but I need to get this car, you feel me? And I test drove it yesterday.
So Stacks, so typically how much would you sell a car like this for?
It has 160K miles. The best I'll sell it for is maybe like 3,000.
And how long it normally takes you to sell a car like
Nothing
that?
more than 2 weeks. And I'm at the shore getting turned the whole week.
So yeah, if you guys are ready for this video, we're gonna drop a lot of gems and show you guys exactly how you guys can do this. So yeah, stay tuned. So now that we're done with the bid of the car, sadly the car overbidded at the auction.
Overbid it, they went nuts, they went nuts.
How did you get started into this business?
It's gonna sound crazy. So I went to school for accounting. I double majored in marketing. I had an accounting job. I lasted like a month and a half. After that, I went to my dad. I was like, yo, I don't think I can do this shit. Like, this shit is ass. I can't wake up early in the morning. I can't have work for someone else, you know? So freaking, there was a guy, my dad's a pastor, so there was a guy in my dad's church that would always come through with the nicest cars, Louis V, nice watch. So I went to him, I was like, yo, what do you do? And then he told me that he does like the car shit. I was like, yo, is it cool if I'm like under your dealership, blah, blah. So he took me to the auction. He didn't really train me or nothing. He just like threw me into the water.
Yeah, just
and I just learn how to swim, and I just figured everything out by myself. And yeah.
Talking about that, you know what's crazy? Because in this business, like you don't really have people making videos showing like how you do. Like we really had to learn a lot of stuff that we learned, just like going out there, and
100%.
losing money and just
Lost a lot of money, man.
Yeah, like you're figuring out like what works and what doesn't, you know. So like stuff like this, hopefully somebody's watching this video is just getting started. You learn something and you can use this, and it saves you a lot of money.
So I was in college when I started, and I remember I got my refund check. It was like $7,000, and I literally spent $7,000 on junk cars. Lost $7,000 in one shot. This guy's doing God's work, man. Yeah. The biggest thing I will say is the only way you can lose is if you don't test drive. If you test drive the cars, then it's impossible to lose.
5 cars could really change your life. Like if you make the 5 good flips and you just keep on flipping, you could really be in a really good position.
Because you have to remember, not only do you get the profit, you get your money back. So if you spend $4,000, sell a car for $5,000, you got $5,000 extra. I mean, you got $1,000 extra, but you got your $4 back.
I call this a 90-day stay down challenge. You stay down for 90 days. You start off with $2,000, $3,000. You can work your way up to 20 bands easily if you just stay down for 90 days and just keep flipping.
For 6 months, I didn't go out, I didn't do nothing but do the car thing, and I was able to save $78,000. My goal was $100,000, but in 6 months I made $78,000 just flipping.
What's the most you ever made on one single car? Like, what's the most profitable car you ever bought?
I bought a car from the auction, and my girl loved the car. So it was the girl I was dating at the time, and she said, yo, I'll trade you my car for your car. And she had a brand new Honda that her grandma gave her. Only had like 62K miles on it. So I got the Jeep for maybe $3,500. She traded me the Jeep for a Honda, because you know, girls,
they don't really know about cars.
They don't really know about cars. And I ended up selling the Honda for $8,000 when I got the Jeep for $35,000.
And how long it took you to like make that money on that car?
The car took me about 2 weeks to sell a Honda. That was it.
So basically 2 weeks to make $4,500.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like that really shows you though, like you could make some crazy money in this business. Yeah. Like what's been like your biggest lesson going into this? As far as like if you could tell somebody one thing so they can avoid.
Test drive the fucking cars. You can't lose. It's impossible. Because you know what you're getting into. If you don't test drive the cars, you're going to lose at this game.
On top of that, I want to say this. You also have the resources to get rid of the car. You know how to like maneuver. So if you get into a bad car, you can still break even.
I still know how to break even if I get into a bad car. If a car's transmission is messed up, you can still post that car and say transmission is messed up. There's gonna be a mechanic or someone that has a mechanic shop. I sold a Range Rover with the engine messed up for $6,000. You never know what people are going to do with these cars. So you really can never get zero on the car. You can junk the cars, you can sell it for a lower price. What's junk to someone is always a treasure to someone else.
Make sure that before you buy a car that you know what you're getting yourself into. I always say that you make the money on the car, Not really when you sell a car. When you buy a car, you know what you can sell it for. Worst case scenario, you break even or you just might make a little bit of money. What's like your normal day in the life as somebody who buys and sells cars? Like, what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
First thing I really do is go on Facebook Messenger and see anybody that hit me up, see if they want to come see the car. You literally don't do nothing. Like, yo, I'm trying to make shit up. You don't do nothing. Like, yo, people hit you up. You say, hey, you come at this time. They say, I can come at this time. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. They come at the time. You show them the car, and that's it. They buy it. They don't buy it. You have the most freedom. Like, literally the best job. Like, right now, I have this. I have this.
Yeah,
it's a 2012 Maxima. And then this is a 2014 Jeep Cherokee, not Jeep Patriot.
The people want to know how much you're gonna make on these cars.
All right, so this car probably like, I'd say like 1,500. I already have a buyer for 1,500. I'm just waiting on the title.
Okay.
This one I haven't posted. This one I'm shipping to Florida with me, and I'm shipping that to Florida with me.
So what do you look for in cars in the auction? Like, what are 3 things that you can recommend to somebody who's just getting started to look out for when they're first buying cars at the auction?
There's 3 things not to look for though. There's number 1, you don't get stick shift. Again, you don't buy stick shift because a lot of people can't drive stick. So of course now you just squeezed your
market becomes smaller. Yeah.
Market becomes smaller. You also don't get coupes. You don't get coupes because that again squeezes your markets. I promise you, you can sell a minivan way faster than you can sell a coupe. Minivan is a family car. There's always families. A coupe is like usually
Somebody
a single
younger.
person, a
Yeah.
younger person, someone. It has someone just in a niche. You know what I'm saying? Most people. So those are the 2 things I found hardest to sell. You look for a good car basically, but by doing it over and over, you see what your region likes more, and then you just stick to that. Like I just stuck to Honda Accords, and that's how I started off with Volkswagens, and then I remember once my girlfriend, I told you guys earlier, she got that Honda Accord, and I saw the amount of people that hit me up for that, and I was like, wow, because I never cared for Honda Accords in my whole life until I tried selling her car, and then I saw the amount of people that hit me up, and then I stuck with that.
Here in this region, you have people that come down from like Connecticut, PA. They come from long distances to buy Honda Accords.
Yeah.
Like, those cars will literally sell themselves. I think a Honda Accord would be the best car for your first car to buy because you can't lose money and you're likely to make money if you pay the right price. So with that being said, like, how long does it take you to sell a car from the time that you buy a car to the time that you actually get money back into your pocket?
Quickest I've ever done it was same day. As soon as I got home, took pictures, posted it, same day.
So let's talk about that car you sold the same day. How much did he make off that car?
I think I made about like $1,200.
$1,200 in one day.
Yeah.
What car was that?
It was a Nissan Altima, like a 2003.
You know what's crazy? I never realized how many people need cars till you start buying and selling cars.
Yeah.
People talk about e-commerce and all these other businesses, but there's nothing like buying and selling cars. Like, people need cars and they're willing to buy cars today. You can make money today by buying a car today. So my question to you is, how do you get access to the auction as somebody who wants to get started?
So there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can either get your dealer's license. With your dealer's license, you have to have a dealership. So
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, pretty expensive, and it takes about probably like 3 to 6 months to get it open. You also have to have an office space and a lot space, so you gotta get a place zoned, and you're probably gonna have to pay like rent. You can either go that way, or you could just like get a dealer like me, right? And then you can just get added on to the dealership as a rep, and then you get access to the auction, and then you go into the auction, you'll be able to buy some bid and sell cars like that.
So somebody who wants to get put on as an authorized buyer, how long does that typically take? Let's say that somebody goes to Stacks. By the way, if you guys don't know, you guys can reach out to Stacks. I'm going to pop up his Instagram right here. Go reach out to Stacks. He can give you guys access to the auction for a really, really good price. So make sure you guys reach out to him if you guys need access to the auction. Honestly, if you're just getting started, this is probably your best route. Okay, so with that being said, how much would somebody typically have to spend in order to get their dealer's license?
Ooh, I would say
Actually, I want to talk about this because I remember one time I reached out to one guy, and how much was he charging?
like 20 something.
He was charging like $25,000.
Yeah.
What are 3 things that you can give somebody before this video is over that they can use in order to start making money buying and selling cars today?
Again, like I said, the first thing would always be to always test drive. That's number 1. If you test drive, it's impossible, and I stress that it's actually really impossible. Again, you're gonna be bidding. You're gonna see cars that come that they're going for like $1,700. You're like, yo, wait, what? Like, and the car looks perfect on the outside. You can't. What's that saying? Never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with cars. Mind you, a car, just because the shell's beautiful outside, the engine, the rotors, the transmission, the way it drives, there's so many moving parts in the car that you can't just get caught up by how the way it looks, the miles, none of that. It's what's in the car. You must test drive. Number 2 would be always make sure that you have what's it called, like a safety net. Yo, I've ran it up so many times to lose it all, and not even losing it on cars. It just, I love to travel, so I'd be out of the country for like months on end. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come back, $2,000 in my pocket, running right back up again. Travel for like a year, come back, running back up again. You know what I mean? You always have to make sure you have like $2,500 now, so you always have that in your back pocket.
We were talking about it before. Like, the hardest part in this business is not making money, but when you flip your money, making sure that you put it back into the right places. You will make money fast, but if you don't,
You will blow up fast, trust me.
Trust me. Because the money comes quickly, but if you don't manage your money properly, you can easily end up back to your last $2,000-$3,000.
I always blew through it, and then eventually, like I said, I went through my 6 months of no partying, not going out, and I was able to save it up to $78,000, and I never looked back, and never been down since.
Well, with that being said, I think you gave a lot of good advice in this video. If you guys learned anything from this video or found this video in any way useful, just make sure to like and subscribe. And me and Stacks are definitely gonna catch you guys in another video. Maybe we might do another video where we collaborate, go up on a car together. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to follow Stacks and subscribe. And let's get right into it.